one other concept I like to share as we look at the foundations of the Enneagram. Whenever we do this downward journey, it's going to be painful and difficult, and it's going to bring up all kinds of judgments about ourselves. And so I always like to invite people, as a part of this Enneagram work, to say these three words. Isn't that interesting? And if you can be so bold to just say it in your own space, isn't that interesting? That's what I'd like you to say every time when judgments come up about who you are. Isn't that interesting? I hate that part of myself. Isn't that interesting? Or, that presenter is really annoying me right now. Isn't that interesting? So isn't that interesting is curiosity meeting resistance. And it is that powerful thing that really widens our awareness and helps us to entertain ourselves in a different way. The other piece that is so crucial as we start to do this important downward journey is the work of befriending ourselves. This is really the second key shift. So I talked earlier about the power of observation toward ourselves. This second level becomes really important. Befriending ourselves is the second shift that becomes so significant. It's right along with the key shift of first observing ourselves, and that capacity to then observe ourselves in a way that has some kindness becomes crucial to this journey of moving into our best self. Being able to befriend what we like about ourselves, but also those things that we have really disowned and disliked throughout our lives. Befriending that becomes a crucial aspect of moving in this upward, ascending kind of way into our best self. And as we do this journey and ascend into this best self, as we befriend ourselves, we start to realize that all of these dynamics that we're going to be exploring through the Enneagram become aspects of our wholeness. Our needs and our fears, our passions, our wounds, our fixations, our defense mechanisms, all of those are a part of Scott. And they've actually been gifts in my life for helping me to develop who I really am. I don't have to disown any of it. I have to befriend it and learn from it. And then there's this whole other dimension. We have virtues, and we have these growing edges, and we have gifts, and we have these notions of a holy idea or a divine quality that really becomes the self flowering into presence and into this higher form of awareness. This is the wholeness that the Enneagram is inviting us into. And I think of it as similar to a lighthouse. Each of these aspects of ourselves can be like a lighthouse that, when things get difficult, can draw us toward our essential self. Each of these aspects becomes a way that we navigate through this confusing life toward a self that is present to this life in its richness. And again, we do this work of self-discovery, not in the end just to become happier people, although that's not bad. That's a good thing. But really, it's about engaging life in a fuller way where we're doing it with other people, and we're living in a way that actually is benefiting our whole planet. This life that we're moving into through the Enneagram is a much larger life than just that which is contained within my skin. It is a life that becomes lived for and with other people and for the betterment of our planet. So in this way, I think the Enneagram work is no longer just a nice little self-help course. I really feel our planet is crying out for people to wake up and to become more alive and more real. And the more of us that are doing this work, the more life we will unleash upon the planet.